Hello everybody, once again this is Dash here with another informational gift. So what I've done is I've created a little platform here. In my last video I talked about the height difference between ceilings and foundations, and I'll show that to you here in this video. The video that I'm doing now, I refer to it as the ladder trick. It is the way that I always build. When I'm trying to lay structures like a bookcase or a storage box, instead of just hoping that, that looks about right, that looks about straight, what I actually do is I use a ladder. Because when you place a ladder, you line yourself up 100% with your structure. Like right now, I am completely in line with my structure. I can run back and forth and have no issues, and everything will be perfectly aligned to the structure. Okay, I'll explain what I just did here in a moment, because it's really imperative the way that I do that. Okay, so I take a ladder. I prefer a tech ladder because right here you've got the metal ladder. Looks all well and good, but the tech ladder, it actually shows you which way it's going, because that one I have to get on it from the other side, whereas this one I get on it from this side. You can actually see because of the way the rungs of the ladder are. So if you can, use a tech ladder, so that way you know you're always placing it exactly where you want it. So I place my tech ladder, I hit E to get on the ladder, I hit E to dismount the ladder, and then I hold E to pick up the ladder. When I'm going to pick up the ladder, I'll do this one more time. E to get on, E to get off. My hand is not on the mouse right now until I hold down the E. Then I mouse it over pick up ladder, take my hand off the mouse, then I let go of E. That right there ensures it so that way you are not moving the mouse around after you get off the ladder. The other reason to do it in this specific order: get on the ladder, get off the ladder, pick up the ladder. Get on the ladder, get off the ladder, pick up the ladder. If you pick up the ladder while you are still on it, your character will become desynced from the server, meaning it'll show you in one spot, but on everybody else's game, you're in a completely different spot. It will make your life a million times harder. So remember, get on the ladder, get off the ladder, pick up the ladder. Get on the ladder, get off the ladder, pick up the ladder. Now that I have gotten off the ladder and I have picked it up, I use my arrow keys. Not the left and the right, just the up and the down. Okay? So what I do is I always look down a little bit, and then I hit K to enter orbit mode. This right here allows me to move my camera around freely without actually turning my character. So what I have done is I have put the large storage boxes in number 1. So all I need to do is hit 1, and I've got my large storage boxes. In my last video, I hinted at why I don't like using foundations and ceilings. I specifically did this build right here so that way you, as the viewer, can see it. Right there, it's on the ceiling tile. You back up a little bit, it dropped. Now it's on the foundation. Ceiling tile, foundation. Ceiling tile, foundation. There is a height difference. It will not matter when you're placing walls, but it matters when you're placing structures. This is very important if you want to make your stuff look all nice and neat and pretty. Use one or the other. Do not use a mixture of ceiling tiles and foundations, especially intermixing them. Use one or the other. But since I have used a ladder, and now I am perfectly aligned with the structure, without getting into the height difference, I click once, I click twice, I place it. Then I immediately hit my number 1 key again. And then I just back up, little bits, little bits, little bits, until it turns green. Right there. Click once, click twice, and then I go to place my next one. And then I just do this all the way down the row. And it aligns everything nice and neat. And it really helps make the base look a lot cleaner. I will go back to my base and show you here in a little bit, as soon as I get done placing this row. And yes, I know I'm using large storage boxes instead of anything else, but as you can see, I tear most of my builds down after I've done my video on them. And I didn't want to waste vaults or dedicated storage doing this. But, okay, so I hit K mode to get back out of it, and you can see everything right here is perfectly aligned. The only difference is the height difference between the ceiling and the foundation. If you're okay with that, you're okay with that. If you're minor OCD like myself, that's not going to be acceptable for you, which is why I said build with one or the other, not both. Once again, everything that I'm showing you guys is on official servers. I play on Genesis 584, official. So I'm not doing anything on private servers or anything like that. But all of these fridges were placed with the ladder. And as you can see here, this line is perfect all the way down. Everything is exactly the same. So if you want your base to look as clean as this, I would strongly suggest using a ladder. I did the ladder for these preserving bins over here. I did this during the summer events, that way I could get a lot of prime meat jerky. But everything was placed specifically with a ladder. When you're doing something like this as well, you want to overhang the top a little bit, so that way you're able to access it even if you're standing right up on top of it. Because some of these ones over here that were placed exactly on the edge, if you get too close, if you hit E, you unlock the fridge. Versus back here, E is access inventory. That's something else that you want to take into account if you get to stacking. The next video that I do, I'll show you guys how we stack fridges. But I just wanted to show you guys how we do the ladder trick. That's what I've called it, and that's what everybody else that I've shown it to has started calling it. And everybody else that I show that to absolutely loves just how clean it can make your base look if you have everything lined up absolutely perfect. I hope everybody got what they needed from this video, and as always, have a wonderful day.